So we can move on, y'all. So Stacey, you had this topic: underrated Black TV dads. This is something that came up because Sister was a meme. And Sister came up, and they was talking about what was it? Frank, the dad's Ray. They was talking about how Ray was touching some money because of the way his kitchen was set up.
He had a stainless steel fridge.
Yeah, that was what it was in like 96, 95.
But hold on, but man, Ray was balling. If you gonna bring what was the other twin mama name? Lisa. Bringing a whole nother woman in.
Hold on. And you let Lisa marry somebody else up under your watch.
That's what I'm saying. So that's how we know that Ray had that money.
He had a limo service, didn't he?
Ray had the limo company, right? So his daughter already has her own.
And you know he's messing with BMF.
Right, so he already got the house all to himself, right? And was easily able to move the other twin and her mama into the house. Ain't asked for rent.
Nope.
Ain't asked for you to pay on a little something on the cable bill. Nothing.
Did Lisa even cook for real?
Nah, man, she just made clothes. That's all she did. But hold on, but did Ray and Lisa ever get together?
They dated for a brief second and they figured out it didn't work.
Okay, I couldn't remember.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
At some point, I had to give up
I was like,
on all the WB. Everything got corny as fuck for me at one point. Once the sisters went to the Freaknik, that's when I had to let go.
Because they went to Michigan, didn't they?
Yep.
They went to
and the thing was, though, is like they acted like University of Michigan was like around the corner from Detroit. That's like a 2.5 hour drive.
Yeah, like 2 hours away.
They would just be showing up for dinner on a Tuesday. Like, that's not happening.
Tyreek was from Flint.
So yeah, definitely Ray doesn't get the credit he deserves. As always, this is a Floyd Henderson appreciation podcast.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a single father.
Single father with 3 kids.
3. And one of them was a genius. One of them was a full genius. His daughter was very smart, very intelligent. She just wasn't a genius, but very, very smart. Yeah, Jason Weaver. But whatever. Right? Like all kids can't be brain surgeons. That's it. But you got 3 kids. Ain't none of them in jail. Ain't nobody on drugs. Somebody said once before, and it's like, you don't want to say it, but I'll say it. His daughter wasn't a hoe. And like I said, now we can play around with that, and it doesn't matter whether it could go either way. But the reality of you have a single father who, he had a construction company, like a construction thing,
construction,
right? So it was able to keep it rolling. And look, Floyd Henderson.
I like Flex too on one-on-one.
Yeah.
Word.
Underrated Black TV dad, man.
Yeah, Flex.
The kid, getting custody of a daughter that is going through puberty. Not like you got her at puberty.
Yeah.
And you got all the bad side of the game.
Absolutely.
I'm trying to think. Didn't nobody fuck with Frank from Moesha?
Because Frank had that outside baby, man. He would have been here. But Dorian, Ray J character, he brought him in, and then you end up finding out that was his kid he stashed away with the auntie.
I've never seen one episode of Moesha.
You never have? Oh, wow.
You never seen Moesha?
Never. And I refuse to. I refused to then, and I refuse to now.
Moesha was all right.
There's simply put, if Moesha and I would have been in high school together, we wouldn't have hung out. I wouldn't have kicked it with her. I wouldn't have liked her. It would have something I didn't like about it. But
we just doing black dads, right?
Yeah, these black dads.
Okay, do you have a white dad to throw into the mix?
I was gonna throw Danny Tanner in there because he kept the house clean. You got 3 girls and a dog. He kept that house tight.
He did keep a clean house.
And he was on TV every day.
So that's the other part, though. So he at least was gone just during the day, right? Yeah. So that's all these dads had day jobs. Nobody had to be gone at night. Like that's where the kids get in trouble at. That's what we
need. White dad, Jason Seaver got to be on there, man, for growing.
Yeah.
White. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
What do we think about Lester Jenkins from 227? Is he an underrated dad, or is he? I mean, you know,
he didn't really.
He didn't have to deal with Marla Gibbs though. Like, and she was extra.
He was the only dude in the building, wasn't he?
It was him. Yeah, he was the only. And
Calvin. Oh, yeah, it was Calvin.
Lester. I don't feel like I got a lot of parenting out of Lester. Like, I mean, he was the daddy, but I ain't really getting no.
What was Lester? A garbage man? What was he? A garbage?
No, construction. He was construction too.
He was construction. Okay, I don't know why I thought he was like a garbage man.
No, he was construction. That's Rock. Now, that's my number one I had, but I didn't know. Do we consider him a black dad?
Yeah, they took.
He didn't have a baby to the end.
But I thought they adopted.
They did, but I mean that's like season 3.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, if whether he was a dad in the beginning or the end, if there was a child that came in, then
Rock, hey man, I think Rock is one of the most underrated black sitcoms in history. Like
that did.
Funny and real, like funny and real at the same time.
Shows like Rock or South Central would be great now. Mm-hmm. At the time, we weren't ready. I don't even say we weren't ready. That's not true. Mainstream America and the executives at these networks weren't ready and didn't know what to do with these shows. Because there are white shows that they got rid of that they didn't know.
Oh, tons of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like Freaks and Geeks, holy fucking shit! Like Freaks and Geeks, I finally watched it on Hulu.
I got on that
last year. It's this cast alone to get them all in a movie right now. The amount of money you have to come out of to afford everybody that is on that fucking show. Fox didn't know they didn't know what to do with it. They had no idea what the hell to do with the show. They kept them putting it on at random ass time, and that's how you know that the network doesn't like your show for real when they start moving you to different time slots, and then like they move you, and then finally they cancel you. But Freaks and Geeks is the show. We didn't deserve it, and they didn't know what they had because everyone.
I don't know why I always thought that was NBC.
Was it NBC? I want to say they were.
It might have been Fox. I couldn't remember.
It might have been.
I got on the show late.
Yeah,
I just thought about people when we say underrated. We know about the James Avery, Fresh Prince, Cliff Cosby. Like those are the top. We talking about the ones that never get talked about.
Yeah,
those ones. We understand James Evans from Good Times. Before I people, but y'all forgot about. That's not who we talking about. We talking about the cats people don't mention and talk about. Keep going, y'all.
What about Robert Townsend on Parenthood?
Oh, that's a good one. A professor.
Yeah, he's a professor living in Brooklyn.
Yep.
He was in
Brooklyn. He might have been Manhattan.
But the thing is, Robert Townsend, and we've said it before, and we'll say it again, that there's so much that he has done for us in the industry, just the things that he's created and everything that he created, even the stuff that he's created, there's nothing to be embarrassed about, if that makes any sense, right? That you can be proud of everything that you have created, that you wouldn't have to give it a disclaimer before you showed it to somebody, right? And be like, okay, but he's just absolutely, like what he has done, again, just even the way that he shows us on the screen, even with Meteor Man, right? Meteor Man was a teacher, right? Like that's being that real superhero was the teacher.
Man, he made Luther Vandross play a villain,
right? Yeah, the third died blind and everything. They got the Golden Lord. It was, but an amazing movie. So yeah, he goes up there too. There were definitely some great TV dads that don't get that recognition.
What about Pops from the Wayans Brothers?
Pops, yeah. Even though he pretty much the same character and it's pretty much everything.
He's never deviated away from one kind of acting situation.
Yeah,
he's basically the same character, really, from Talking Dirty After Dark, and he just kept that same thing for all his rest of his roles after that.
Yeah, he just did House Party. Just give him a different shirt.
Yeah.
Hey, this cool ass Scott from the I Love 90s Music podcast. Hit that subscribe button right now. Like it on the SOLC network. You finna get all the real deal on the 90s, the 2000s, and the splash of that 80s. Do it right now, man, and I'll be your friend.